My beloved child, I have placed a sacred calling upon your life, one that only you can fulfill. I see potential in you that you may not yet see in yourself. In this message, you will discover how answering his call brings profound transformation and a deep sense of fulfillment as you embrace the divine purpose I have set before you with faith and courage. When you engage with this message, you are not merely watching a video. You are opening your heart to my presence and nurturing your soul. I invite you to join this community of faith-filled believers who are seeking my truth and striving for spiritual growth. Share this uplifting message with those you love, that my light may shine ever brighter and my blessings multiply. Remain steadfast in my word, so that you may grow in understanding as you journey with me. Are you ready to step into the purpose I have ordained for you? Do not wait. Heed my call now and embark on the path of purpose and joy that I have prepared for you. My beloved child, pause for a moment in the hustle and clamor of your daily life. Breathe deeply, allowing the swirling anxieties in your heart to gently subside. Release the tensions that weigh down your shoulders and cloud your mind, for I am here, closer to you than your very breath, ready to envelop you in the comfort of my everlasting love. Let this moment serve as a sacred invitation to enter into my presence, to seek refuge in the vast ocean of my compassion, and to remember that you are not alone. Yes, my precious one, I see your struggles and know your every thought, both the silent cries of despair and the faint whispers of hope. From the heights of heaven, my gaze upon you has never wavered. No matter how challenging your journey may feel, no matter the obstacles that press against you, I am your unshakable foundation and your fortress of peace. Do not let the insistent whispers of fear dictate your steps, nor permit them to extinguish the radiant light I have placed within you. Child of my heart, recognize this truth. I formed you in your mother's womb with a divine purpose, an eternal calling that only you can fulfill. And yet, so often, the beliefs you hold about yourself shape how you respond to my invitation and how you navigate the world around you. Beneath your fleeting thoughts and day-to-day concerns, you carry deep-seated convictions, core beliefs, that are like roots anchoring you in the soil of your soul. These core beliefs, the bedrock of your perspective, determine how you view yourself, how you see others, and how you interpret the world I created. Understand, beloved, there are both negative and positive core beliefs. Negative core beliefs declare that you are incompetent, unlovable, or worthless, that others cannot be trusted, or that the world is harsh and hostile. Positive core beliefs, however, reflect the truth of my creation, affirming that you are capable, treasured, and lovable, despite living in a world that, while broken, still reflects my goodness and grace. These core beliefs lie at the foundation of your soul, shaping the intermediate beliefs that arise in specific areas of your life and influencing the automatic thoughts that flood your mind when you face challenges. Consider, for instance, the anxious student preparing for a demanding exam. To the one who believes at their core that they are incompetent, every question becomes a potential disaster, every possible failure a confirmation of personal inadequacy. Or the one who believes they are unlovable might dread disappointing beloved teachers or parents, fearing that their academic performance defines their worth in the eyes of others. Yet the one who holds on to positive core beliefs, knowing that their value is not determined by a single outcome, finds the courage to face the test with peace, trusting that failure or success does not diminish their intrinsic worth. My child, I ask you to reflect honestly on the beliefs you hold at your core. Negative convictions will cast shadows over every aspect of your life, coloring your relationships with suspicion, your hopes with defeat, and your experiences with lingering fear. Positive convictions, on the other hand, will bring light into your soul, emboldening you to see yourself and others through my perspective of mercy, redemption, and limitless possibility. Take heart, for I do not condemn you for your doubts or your struggles. I do not judge your fears or despise your uncertainties. Instead, I call you to recognize that you were never meant to be trapped under the weight of negative beliefs. I have placed my Holy Spirit within you, the guiding force that speaks truth to your deepest self, that testifies of my unfailing love for you, and that counters every distorted view of your identity with the reminder that you are mine. And what I declare over you is good. You see, beloved, if you believe deep down that you are worthless, you may strive endlessly to prove your worth, never feeling secure, always feeling one failure away from complete disgrace. If you believe that others are always bad or untrustworthy, you will isolate yourself, building walls of suspicion that hinder the meaningful connections I long for you to experience. If you believe that the world is only cruel and cold, you may live in a constant posture of defense or hostility, unable to receive the warmth and kindness that I place along your path in subtle yet miraculous ways. I call you, therefore, to examine your core beliefs under the gentle light of my truth. Let me illuminate the darkest corners of your soul, those hidden places that harbor fears of inadequacy and shame, so that I may replace them with the light of my grace. Know that no negative belief is too entrenched for my healing touch. Just as the roots of a withered plant can be nurtured back to health with careful tending, so too can your heart be renewed through my love, transforming your core beliefs from falsehood to truth, from weakness to strength. Never forget that I, your Creator, have always been your faithful companion. Even in your moments of deepest doubt, when it feels as though the entire world conspires against you, I have never abandoned you. My presence hovers over you like a protective shield, and my angelic armies stand ready to intervene on your behalf at the moment of my command. I am for you, not against you. You are the masterpiece of my hands, lovingly fashioned and eternally cherished. Yes, my child, there are times when you look at yourself with an unloving gaze, when you think, I am too broken, or I am not good enough. You forget that I pronounced you valuable and worthy the moment I formed you. When your mind replays the refrain, no one could ever love me, you neglect the truth that my love for you is boundless and unwavering. When you doubt your potential and compare yourself unfavorably to others, you lose sight of my infinite creativity and power, which I have freely shared with you. Remember, I do not call you incompetent or unlovable. I call you capable, chosen, precious, and destined for greatness in my kingdom. Regarding your beliefs about others, some of you judge them harshly, assuming they lack any ability or goodwill. Others attribute omnipotence to fellow human beings, believing that everyone else is more qualified, more powerful, or more worthy of success. Still others harbor suspicion, convinced that people are fundamentally bad and scheming. My beloved, I invite you to see others through my eyes. Recognize that they are flawed and yet redeemable, wounded and yet deeply loved, limited but also carriers of great potential. Do not place them on pedestals nor deem them unworthy of your trust. Instead, love them as I have loved you. Give grace as I have graced you. Forgive as I have forgiven you. And about this world, yes, it is a broken place, tainted by sin and marked by suffering. Nevertheless, it is also a place I have fashioned with care, one in which my fingerprints remain. When your core belief tells you the world is hostile, you will always stand guard, expecting betrayal. But when your core belief is anchored in my goodness, you will discern hope in every dawn, an invitation to find purpose even in the midst of trials. Trust that I am still at work, weaving together circumstances, orchestrating connections, planting seeds of love in seemingly barren soil. Do not fear this world, for I have overcome it, and I have placed my children within it to be beacons of light. My precious one, if your core beliefs are negative, you may feel mentally burdened and spiritually drained, as though you carry a weight far too heavy for your fragile frame. If they are positive, rooted in my truth, you will step forth in confidence, assured that you are precisely who I designed you to be. I do not ask you to ignore the reality of pain or the seriousness of life's hardships. Instead, I ask you to let me be your anchor. Trust that my grace is sufficient to guide you through every storm, and know that I have a purpose that transcends what you see with your natural eyes. Look to me in your moments of weariness, when life's trials have left you depleted and you long for comfort. Come, drink deeply of my life-giving waters, for I am the fountain of eternal refreshment, and within my presence, your soul will find renewed strength. Resist the urge to seek solace in empty promises or fleeting distractions that temporarily numb your pain but fail to offer lasting sustenance. The abiding nourishment your heart craves is found only in me, the one who fashioned you with intention and is ever mindful of your needs. Each day, I pour my word into your heart, a living stream of wisdom, direction, and truth that fortifies you from within. As you dwell in my word, your core beliefs will undergo a divine realignment. Old, unhelpful convictions like I am a failure or I am unloved will wither under the blazing light of my declarations. You are my child, you are precious, you are chosen, you are more than a conqueror through my love. Allow my divine perspective to reshape your thoughts, your plans, your interactions. When you perceive others' shortcomings, let compassion be your guide, remembering that they too are in need of my grace. When your heart is tempted to bitterness because you see cruelty or indifference in the world, recall that I have asked you to be an agent of my love, to help usher in the warmth of my presence wherever you stand. You do not walk this earth alone. I am with you, leading you, sustaining you, and preparing a place for you where sorrow and suffering will finally cease. Child of my heart, cling to these truths. You are not incompetent, you are capable through my strength. You are not unlovable, you are cherished beyond measure. You are not worthless, you are imbued with eternal significance. Others, though flawed, are nonetheless reflections of my handiwork. They are worthy of your patience, your kindness, your prayers. This world, while broken, still carries remnants of my glory, and you are part of my redemptive plan. When storms rage, when doubt smothers your hope, turn your face toward me. Let gratitude spring forth, even when blessings seem scarce, because your thankfulness will open your eyes to my movements, my provision, and my enduring kindness. Even in dark and uncertain times, I remain steadfast. Do not lose sight of the blessings I have already granted you. The gift of life, the love of family and friends, the ability to learn and to grow, and the potential to rise above your circumstances. I also desire that your home be a haven of peace, a sanctuary where you and those you love can dwell securely in my presence. Let my spirit of love flow unhindered among your household, shaping conversations and guiding decisions. Speak words of encouragement and affirmation to your children, especially when they confront life's pressures, such as important exams or future plans. Remember that your teenagers, while seeming independent, yearn for kindness and patience, for a loving guide who believes in them. Honor your elders by listening to their stories and cherishing their wisdom. Do not let anyone in your circle feel unwanted or forgotten. Let my love in you extend outward in acts of generosity and hospitality, and trust that I will provide the resources you need to serve and bless others. Yes, my child, I know the battles you face, both the ones that loom before you and the conflicts that rage silently within your heart. Yet I am so near, a constant presence, longing for you to abide in me. Speak to me, not only in emergencies, but in the ordinary rhythms of your day. Create space for quiet reflection, for worship, for the study of my word. In that devoted time, I will cultivate in you a spirit of expectation that is not a passive hope, but an active trust in my promises. Declare aloud and in your heart, I am open to receive the abundance of God's blessings. I trust in His perfect plan. Sense the power of those words, the way they resonate with the truth of who I am and who you are in me. Surrender to my embrace, my beloved. Let my love reach into the deepest corners of your soul, healing old wounds, dispelling lingering doubts, and renewing you from within. The burdens you carry need not remain upon your shoulders. I have promised to sustain you, to bear your weights, so that you might walk freely in the path I have ordained for you. Resist the lie that you must face each trial alone. stoically enduring your pain. Instead, run to me, casting your cares at my feet. Do you not know that I delight in easing your burdens, that I am the loving Father who runs to meet his prodigal children the moment they turn homeward? And oh, how I long for you to see the future I have planned for you, brimming with hope, abounding in promise, anchored in my faithfulness. Though you may only see confusion and darkness, I am orchestrating events behind the scenes, aligning people and circumstances, setting in motion answers to your prayers. Patience, child. My timing is flawless. Let every season of waiting be an opportunity to grow your roots deeper into my love, strengthening your faith so that when the storms arrive, you will stand unshaken. Be not dismayed if the answers you seek do not arrive swiftly or in the form you anticipate. I am the master weaver, threading every strand of your life, even the painful and perplexing moments, into a tapestry of grace and redemption. My ways are higher than yours, and my perspective reaches beyond the boundaries of time. When you wrestle with confusion, hold fast to what you do know. I am good, I am with you, and my love for you never falters. Oh, my child, do not be fooled into believing that your worth hinges on your achievements, your performance, or the approval of others. I love you simply because you exist, because I breathed life into you. You are my precious masterpiece, and nothing can alter that reality. When others question your value or when your own mind whispers words of condemnation, return to me. My voice speaks louder than your fears, and I will reaffirm the truth that you are indispensable, you are chosen, you are eternally adored. Keep close to me in all things. Listen for my voice in the small details of your daily routine. Ask me for wisdom when you feel torn between choices, for discernment when you cannot distinguish truth from deception. I will never withhold my direction from a humble, seeking heart. And as you grow in intimacy with me, you will learn to rest in my promises, even when life's circumstances present trials that seem impossible to surmount. Your faith is like a delicate seedling, yearning to break through the soil and flourish under the radiant light of my grace. Nurture it with your trust in me, water it with prayer, shield it from the weeds of negativity and doubt. Over time, that small seed of faith will grow into a thriving garden that bears fruit for all to see. You will become a beacon of hope, a voice of encouragement, and an emblem of my faithfulness in your home, your community, and beyond. When you encounter difficulties, and surely you will, look at them not as terminal defeats, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. Even as a seed must push through the darkness of the earth before reaching the light, your trials can strengthen you, refine you, and reinforce your dependence on me. I am not asking you to rejoice in suffering for its own sake, but to discover that in the midst of hardship, my grace is made manifest and my power is magnified. Remain diligent in your pursuit of me, dear one. Even when the world's distractions tug at you, when fleeting gratifications entice you, remember that your truest joy and peace are found in my presence. Make a sacred space, a time and place each day to commune with me in stillness. Speak to me honestly, sharing your hopes, your heartbreaks, your triumphs, and your failures, and then quiet your soul to hear my gentle response. I will assure you of my abiding love, whispering words of comfort and guidance that your spirit so desperately needs. And in that divine exchange, you will discover that I have been with you all along, guiding your steps, binding up your wounds, celebrating your victories, and mourning your sorrows. My faithfulness transcends your circumstances, your mood, and your perspective. Even when you have felt distant from me, I have never withdrawn my love from you. Yes, my cherished one, your journey through this life will not be without challenges. Yet I promise that no struggle, no heartbreak, no moment of desperation is wasted in my hands. I am weaving every thread, every experience, no matter how painful, into a majestic tapestry. One day you will stand before me and behold its full splendor, praising my wisdom for weaving each strand into something beyond your wildest dreams. Until that day comes, cling to the knowledge that I am your anchor, your refuge, and your everlasting hope. When the tempest roars and you feel overwhelmed, recall my promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Know that my angelic host stands ready to fight on your behalf. When naysayers attempt to derail your destiny, when doubt seeps into your heart, do not surrender to their voices. Listen to mine. I am your protector, the Lord of heavenly armies, the King who defends the children he loves without reservation. I invite you, therefore, to step confidently onto the path I have set before you. Do not cower, fearing that your weaknesses will disqualify you from the destiny I ordained at your creation. Rather, lean into my strength. Watch in awe as I transform your humble offerings, your hidden talents, your fragile dreams into miracles that testify to my love and power. Receive my blessing now, child of my heart. I anoint you with my spirit, pouring over you the oil of gladness, the fragrance of promise, the seal of my unwavering commitment. You need not scramble for validation in human accolades, for my approval rests upon you. Even when your feelings waver, my affirmation does not. Let the truth of my unwavering love for you be the guiding star that lights your way. Remain steadfast. Fight the good fight of faith, rooted in the knowledge that you are not alone. Surround yourself with others who also yearn to grow in love and truth, who will speak words of life rather than condemnation. Build relationships that inspire rather than discourage, that uplift rather than tear down. Shine your own light into the lives of others, reflecting my compassion and enabling them to discover their own precious worth in my sight. Let the words you speak reflect the hope I have instilled in you, encouraging those around you to also seek the transformation of their own core beliefs. For those who carry negative beliefs deep within, let this be a moment of awakening. I am calling you to replace the lie of incompetent with the truth of capable, the falsehood of unlovable with the certainty of worthy of love, and the deception of worthless with the declaration of valuable beyond measure. Release your grip on cynicism, suspicion, and despair, and open your heart to the reality that my grace is sufficient for you. Let the Holy Spirit do a new work in you, reshaping your beliefs about yourself, about others, and about this world I have made. Yes, the world is indeed imperfect, marred by darkness and suffering, but I have not forsaken it. My glory still shines in unexpected ways. My mercy still moves in quiet corners, and my children continue to be my hands and feet, bringing comfort, hope, and healing. You are part of that redemptive plan. No matter how small or insignificant you feel, I can use you to accomplish extraordinary things. Your prayers, your kindness, your faith can plant seeds of transformation that will, in time, burst forth into vibrant new life. As you leave this sacred moment, carry with you a renewed sense of who you are in me. Let positive core beliefs anchored in my truth guide your actions, your relationships, and your aspirations. When you find yourself slipping into old habits of negative thinking, stop and remember that I have already declared you redeemed, that I have set you free from the chains of fear and doubt. Let my word be the constant companion on your journey, providing clarity and direction when shadows threaten to obscure your path. I am with you always through joy and sorrow, triumph and adversity. You need never be afraid, for I am the Lord your God, your steadfast shepherd, and I walk alongside you through every valley. Take courage, my beloved, and look to the horizon with expectant eyes. A future brimming with hope awaits you, a life in which you stand firmly on the rock of my truth, unshaken by life's storms, shining as a witness to my power and my boundless love. Draw near to me, and you will find joy beyond measure. Embrace the fullness of your destiny, for I, the one who shaped the heavens and the earth, have fashioned you with a glorious calling that stretches beyond what you can see today. Stand tall, knowing you are my beloved child, redeemed by my grace, held secure in my everlasting arms. Let your core beliefs be conformed to my truth, that you might live in the freedom, peace, and purpose I have always intended for you. And so I bless you. I bless your heart, that it may overflow with the certainty of my love. I bless your mind, that it may dwell on truth rather than falsehood. I bless your home, that it may be a sanctuary of my presence, filled with my peace, my comfort, and my invitation for all to come and rest. I bless your future, that as you walk by faith, you will see my promises unfold in ways that will leave you in awe of my faithfulness and my unfailing devotion. Go forth, my child, rooted in the unshakable knowledge that you are treasured, you are capable, and you are profoundly loved. Let no power in heaven or on earth convince you otherwise, for my word stands eternal. Walk boldly in the light of this truth and watch as I, your loving Father, transform your world, your relationships, and your own heart through the magnificent power of my redeeming love. I am with you always, now and forever. Amen.